Well, on this channel, I owe two apologies. First of all, my apologies for not having a video up last week. I was quite sick. Second of all, several weeks ago, I promised you that there was something special coming up. I have yet to get that taped. Hopefully this coming week, if I can catch enough breath. That's a big part of my problem right now, it's breathing issues. But, you know, I've been spending a lot of my sick time just the same way I spend a lot of my well time, really, I guess. I do watch a lot of videos on YouTube and a lot of reactors. I watch a lot of shows on various channels that I have downloaded on my Roku, and I try to get some music in there, try to get some comedy in there. I try to get some knowledge in there, learn something. I try to keep up with what's going on in the world. These are all things that add some joy to life. Oh, it's not necessarily joyous to know that we're at war with Iran, or it's not necessarily joyous to know that we're pulling some troops out of Germany, or that we're doing this or we're doing that, or somebody else did this or that or whatever. But it brings some pleasure, at least in terms of peace of mind, to know that I have some idea what's going on in the world. And so therefore, I can kind of look at that, follow the breadcrumbs, and say, well, this could go here, might go there. But these are the things that, these are the directions it could take, and the things that I need to kind of prepare my mind for, if not the rest of me and, my home and whatever. But in the course of watching some of these reactors and whatnot, I have once again run into Jason Aldean's song, Try That in a Small Town, which some people think is racist. Sorry, folks. I grew up in small towns. I live in a small town now. Last year, when I was teaching at the local high school, this is a huge school. I had the entire freshman class in one of my class periods, all 22 of them. That's about half of what was in my graduating class. But the graduating classes in my high school are about the same size, 20 some odd. So, yes, I definitely come from a small town, and I definitely live in a small town. And let me point out that Jason Aldean has taken a lot of flack people saying that his song is racist. Where they're getting that, I cannot figure out for the life of me, because as a teacher at the local high school, I would have laid down my life for any kid in that school, whether they were in my classes or not. And I would not have been bothering myself with, well, is this kid white, black, Hispanic? What? Doesn't matter. And those kids had one thing that every last one of them had in common. They were the potential future of this community. And if I love my community, if I'm going to try to defend my community, then I need to defend its future. Like Jason Aldean was saying in that song, is that we take care of our own. And that's not our own, the white people over here in this part of town, and black people over in that part of town, and Hispanics in another part of town, the Asians in another part of town. No, we don't split it up that way. Mess with some of my kids, mess with some of their parents. See how fast you're messing with me, even though I don't have the health to fight you. I'm going to fight you anyway. Why? Because you're messing with my community. If you're messing with those parents, you're messing with what's present in this community. You're messing with what's happening now. If you're messing with your kids, you're messing with the future of this community. And I love this community. My grave plot is out at the cemetery. I intend to spend the rest of my life and afterwards in this community, as far as my physical being now. As a Christian, I believe my soul will go to heaven, but my body will be left here. And we'll lay out there in that grave with a real nice view of the town. And so if I intend to be part of the future of this town even after I'm gone, you better believe I'm going to stand up for every last person in this town, especially the kids. That's what being from a small town is really all about. And I joke, I say, well, one of the great things about being from a small town is if I take off from home and then I forget where I was going, all I gotta do is stop the next person I see and ask them. Like we all know everybody's business before it even happens. But that's, it's not really quite that bad, but that does make kind of a neat little small town joke. But the fact of the matter is, we will stand up for each other. And you mess with one, you're messing with the community. So, that's where Jason Aldean was, and that's where small towns are, and I can't see myself anywhere else.